kitchen on that line. All right, let me ask about this other issue that was in the news this week, which I think is a good thing, the decoupling of Obamacare, or health care from employment, but it was reported in the press differently. Now, what happened was the CBO, that's the Congressional Budget Office, they are the arbiters, they are the umpires, we say they are impartial. I've quoted them many times and say, look, they're the impartial ones. Okay, what they said was that Obamacare, over 10 years, will reduce employment by 2 million people. Okay, somehow in the media that got to be Obamacare will kill jobs.
Right.
But I don't think that's what's happening. What it means is that because people now, of course, can decouple, and we should, by the way, we should never have coupled employment with health care in the first place. We did that during World War II. Because they froze salaries, so this was a way of giving a worker a benefit. Okay. Now, you know, because they passed that thing, which Republicans agree with too, that we should not, if you have a pre-existing condition, you have to cover that. So now people don't have to stay in their job to get covered. So these are people choosing to leave the workforce because they finally can. Isn't that a good thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it creates opportunity. It basically is a game of musical chairs. We have the same number of chairs, but we have less people competing to sit in those chairs. So it creates opportunity. Also, as you said, frees people up. So that means you want to go hang out with your grandkids, you can do that. You want to go start a business, you can do that because you're no longer dependent on your job for your health care.
Yeah, disincentives to work are not always bad things.
Whoa.
Americans work too much. Americans are overworked, overstressed. They take less vacation time. They don't retire when they want to. Not everything is GDP.
No. No. Disincentivizing work up until 2 days ago was agreed by Democrats and Republicans to be not a great thing. The project of economists on the left and the right has always been to come up with welfare programs that disincentivize work the least. Why? Work is dignity. Work is social and economic empowerment. Work is women's lib. Work is opportunity. So this false argument that somehow disincentivizing 2 million people to work and leave the economy is now a good thing is bull. It's absolute spin.
Your work is all that. When I worked at Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips, throwing fish pieces into a vat of boiling oil, it was not dignity.
Wasn't that more dignity than no work at all?
No. No. I wish I could have gone to college without having to take that shitty job.
I wish everyone had the luxury of saying no to a shitty job, when in fact a lot of people, 5 million, have decided to stop looking because there aren't shitty jobs
But Social Security is a disincentive to work.
Pell Grants are a disincentive to work. I mean, you take basically any program and you say that because you're giving me another opportunity, now I don't need to fish fry.
The fact of the matter is, over the last year, there's been $1.8 million full-time positions created and only 8,000 part-time jobs. So Obamacare is not creating minimum wage, decreasing the work week. It's not doing that. The facts just don't bear it out. And so it's this myth. It's a lot of talking points, and it's just not true.
I think we've yet to see whether that's going to bear out.
Last year,
the bulk of it remains to be seen when it's actually implemented and you get all of the folks signed up. So we don't actually know what the long-term impact
Social Security worked out.
Also, by the way...
Oh, okay. It did?
You know what we
it's still solvent for the next 30-something years.
Oh, good.